Feeling overwhelmed? How to create a structured fusion belly dance practice that fills you with inspiration and keeps you motivated. Hello beautiful dancer, and welcome to our weekly appointment of A Cup of Tea, which is our weekly conversation about soulful and creative fusion belly dance. I'm Lamia Barbara, I'm your fusion belly dance teacher, and I am so passionate about practice, and especially home practice, because from my own experience I can definitely say that practice, daily dance practice, has the power to transform our lives from within. So one of the main aspects that emerged from my students, one of the main struggles that emerged from my students and that I faced and face even nowadays in my dance practice is feeling overwhelmed. And how this happens. So let's just say at the very beginning of this conversation that fusion belly dance and fusion dance has this beautiful aspect of having kind of no boundaries and allow for so much freedom of expression. And it's a very personal and intimate journey. You can go and look and search and practice so many different dance styles and genres, and you can get so much inspiration from each teacher and each dance style that you come in contact with. And this is the beauty of it, right? Because we can really allow ourselves to feel creative with such a very huge toolbox. We have so many colors in our palette, but at the same time it can become the main problem because we have so many ideas, so many topics, so many movements and styles, and so many things that we could do, or we don't know how to do that we find ourselves stuck, and we found ourselves overwhelmed. And this feeling of overwhelming is something that happens, let's say, cyclically in every fusion belly dancer journey. So the first thing that I want to tell you today is welcome to the club. What you are feeling is perfectly normal, and I don't want you to feel guilty about anything, because we're all there, we're all in this together, and to feel overwhelmed, to feel stuck is just part of the journey. We need to allow ourselves to sink into this white space, into this very, let's say, space where we don't know, the space of, we say in Italiano, ignoto, of an unknown, and to feel comfortable in the unknown. So to get comfortable into unknown is such a huge energetic shift, because of course we are trained not only dance-wise but cultural-wise to always know what to do. And when we get in contact with the unknown, the first reaction is, oh my God, no, I don't want that. But as a creative person, and from my almost 20 years of creative journey into art and dance, I can say to you that your connection with the unknown and your connection with this space is so precious. So let's all take a deep breath and really allow ourselves to sink into this space of the unknown, into this space of feeling overwhelmed, of not knowing what to do, because this is sacred space and this is precious, and this is also very, let's say, how do you say that in English? It's like holding so much life within, and it can really bloom into something magical, into something beautiful and rewarding for your dance journey. So first thing first, again, don't feel guilty at all. Don't put even more eggs into your basket. Just take a deep breath, one step back, and allow yourself to feel comfortable with the unknown, and allow yourself to feel comfortable with this feeling of overwhelming, and also knowing in your heart you're not alone in that. We're all being there. I think in our fusion belly dancer, especially in a fusion dancer life journey, dance journey, this is a moment that happens, and as I said, it happens cyclically. It's coming back, so no worries. Just allow yourself to be there, don't feel guilty, and know you're not alone. First thing first. Then second, one very good way to let's say get unstuck from this feeling of not knowing what to do, feeling overwhelmed, and feeling stuck in your creative journey is to create a vision. So, one thing that I want to say, and this is like a little personal weird, I am very weirdo, so just this is like one of my weirdest thing that I do. I overplan everything. I have my journal and I plan almost everything in my life, because that gives me that feeling of, okay, I'm still in control somehow. So I do the same with my dance practice, of course. I write a lot and I plan my practice, like on Monday I'm gonna do that, on Tuesday I'm gonna do that, so that I feel I can face this touch with the unknown with control again. But then of course what happens is that I almost never follow what I plan, and this is what I call the procrastinating, of course. So if you're anything like me and you try to face the fear of the unknown with the control, then you are a procrastinator planner too, welcome to the club again. So this way of procrastinating is actually this feeling of, okay, I have to control this again, is actually keeping us away from getting unstuck. So I just wanted to tell you that the shift that has to happen is not in what we do externally, it has to happen internally, and it has to happen energetically. And of course, if you already are in my world a little bit, you know, I have this kind of a vision that it's a kind of a holistic vision of a dance journey. Of course, we want to work on technique, on the performance aspect, and this is sacred too, and this is important too. But there is also everything that happens within us and everything that happens energetically, which is so important. It's like equally important. So what I would love to give you as a seed of inspiration today is to really overcome this feeling of feeling overwhelmed. The shift has to happen internally. And how to do that? We need to connect with a vision. So here there is a beautiful exercise that you can do, and it doesn't take too much time. I want you to have this imagination, like an open imagination about you as a dancer, and how do you see and perceive yourself in 1 month from now, or 1 year from now, or 5 years from now. Okay, just allow yourself to extend your time limit, your vision of time, and your vision of yourself and yourself as a dancer. How do you see yourself 1 month, 1 year, or 5 years from now? And please get in contact with the feeling of that dancer that you are going to be, that you are envisioning for yourself. So it's not just only, okay, a vision in the metaphorical, metaphysical world, is a vision, a feeling that you are getting in contact with. So it's very physical. And the more you create this vision, then the more you have goals, like very practical goals and very practical actions that emerge very naturally. And here I want to give you a very simple example. So I personally, at some point a few years back, I really wanted to master my 4/4 hip shimmy. I was so in love. I still am. I can literally draw while watching a beautifully executed and very juicy 4/4 hip shimmy. I am like, wow, I love that so much. I love it from the inside out. And a few years back, I could not do it. I was very good with legs shimmy, I was very good with vibration shimmy, but my hips were like getting stuck all the time, and I could not make it vibrating beautifully and juicy how I was watching my mentors and the dancers that I loved and that I love doing it. So what I said to myself, I stepped back and I said to myself, okay, I want that. I really want that. And I envisioned myself the feeling of like doing these beautiful movements. So again, it doesn't have to be something metaphysical. It can be really like a technical skill, and the feeling that you might have while performing and executing and enjoying that beautiful technical skill. And I created, like, very naturally, I said, okay, I want to commit and I want to get there. I want to really get there and get this feeling. I want it for me, because our desires, our goals are there for us to show us the way and to carve us the way to reach them. So we have to celebrate them and to follow what our heart is whispering to us, right? And that's what I did. I created a very simple practice and I followed the practice like religiously. And after many months, probably a year at that point, and this depends, everyone is different, but for me, I really needed time. It happened. At some point, it happened. And it was such a beautiful feeling, and it is so rewarding when you finally get what your heart was wishing for you. So I want you to feel that too. I want to feel this beautiful, rewarding enjoyment, like whole body yes. So again, create this vision for you and look at the practical steps that you can step into to get there, to get into your vision. And it doesn't have to be something complicated, it can be very simple. So start simple and get fancy later, right? That's what they say, and we can apply that to dance too. Start simple with a simple vision and feeling that you have, a simple goal that you want to achieve, and simple practical steps to get there. And secondly, you want to commit. You want to commit with the whole of you to your practice, because practice is, for us dancers and artists, is our vehicle for success. And success, let's redefine success, it's our own enjoyment, our own pleasure, and our own pleasure of being alive and being a dancer. So practice is so crucial, and you want to commit to your practice. And what I say to my students usually is you sign a contract with yourself where you write that you want to commit to your dance practice to reach this specific goal, and you want to do this specific minutes a day or this specific set of practices a day for this time, and then you sign it up. So you have that commitment with yourself. So let's just say, for example, if you want to reach that technical skill of the 4/4 hip shimmy, you want to commit for 5 minutes a day of hip shimmy, and that's it. You put 5 minutes of music, of beautiful drum solo music or whatever inspires you to wiggle those hips, and then you want to work on that and work on that every day. And I guarantee you 100% that you don't need that much time. You just need commitment, and it's gonna come. Practice and all is coming, right? So this is your road, your path to get unstuck from feeling overwhelmed and finally create a structured, beautiful, inspiring practice that keeps you motivated. You want to first, let's just wrap it up and find those key takeaways from today. First, you want to feel comfortable in the uncomfortable and know you're not alone, and feeling overwhelmed is super normal, and it's also part of the journey. It's also a beautiful part of the journey, because that means that you are getting so much inspiration from so many different sources, and it's so precious, so beautiful. So celebrate you for that. So this is your first thing. Don't feel guilty, but celebrate this of feeling overwhelmed. And then secondly, you want to create a vision of yourself, and this vision has to be a feeling, and it has to come from your heart, from your dancing journey heart. What do you want to achieve? How you are envisioning yourself, and what are the feelings that you want to feel? And then the third step is to commit to your dance practice. Create those step-by-step practical steps to get there and commit to that. And I guarantee again that this is gonna come. This is the year for you to finally become your dancer of your dream and the dancer of your dreams. And if you would love to do that with me, I just opened a very few limited spots for one-on-one private coaching with me. Because let's say when you finally find this shift, this energetic shift within you, then it's the best moment to find an aligned mentor that is going to be your game changer, because it's going to create that let's say that mirror of you, and that also accountability that allows you to really step into your commitment and to really step into your consistency, inspiration and motivation. And this is my passion. I love to be a dance teacher, and I love to be an aligned dance mentor. So again, I open those very few limited spots with a special Christmas offer, and you will find all the details in the show notes. And you will have 5 weekly classes with me. We will create a program for you. I will be following you in this journey, and I will be available for you 24/7 on Telegram. So high touch, high value and high support. If you're interested in that, again, the link is in the show notes, and I will see you next week for our next cup of tea together. Thank you so much, and see you soon.